Hello everyone, welcome to today's special episode on Ancient Intrigue, where we bring you a story full of suspense. Our protagonist, Dai Yuanji, has found himself as the Emperor's roadblock, prompting him to hatch some sneaky plans against the dragon-slaying ring. He called upon the fiercest leader of the Jinmu gods, Yu Chai-Zhenjing, knowing that not only was this guy a martial arts prodigy, he also had great connections. Even though he was torn inside, the irresistible Empress had given her orders, leaving him with no choice but to submit. Additionally, the introduction of 5 rogue helpers turned this catch-the-thief plan into quite a spectacle. One of them could perform magic tricks like a seasoned magician. After a lot of back and forth, Yu Chai-Zhenjing reluctantly chose to collaborate due to the pressure. The next day, the Dolly Temple received an astonishing report. The Leng Yushe studio was in trouble, with artworks and artists vanished, starting a journey to find the missing artists. Through some obvious clues, Dai Yuanji realized he had been bamboozled, reluctantly following the trail of footprints to uncover the truth. To his shock, the paintings were poisoned, and his brave warriors turned into white foam in an instant after just one whiff. He quickly caught the enemy's movements on the rooftop and dashed out with his men, planning to corral them like animal catchers. As it turned out, Poison Han Fei-in was well prepared. Traps rained down on them like raindrops, proving to be quite the master of traps. Watching his men cower away, Dai Yuanji gathered his courage and picked up a whip just as was about to strike. Just as he was about to strike, the enemy would rather waste 10 years of their life to ensure their own safety than expose their identity. Meanwhile, the Ghostfire Old Lady and Xiuyu had sneaked in, true masters of covert operations, finally discovering the whereabouts of the dragon-slaying ring. Xiuyu's move triggered a trap, like in a martial arts movie, leaving both realizing they'd been tricked. Just as they were about to escape, a huge net descended from above, leaving everyone present in stitches. What a comedic scene. The master's orders were clear: let go, but do not pursue. Listening to these folk techniques requires caution. Upon learning the plan had failed, the Empress erupted in fury, like a volcano. At this moment, she shifted all the blame to Yu Chai-Zhenjing, like a true blame-shifting expert. Yu Chai-Zhenjing didn't want to argue with her, and in his frustration, suggested that instead of all this hassle, the Empress should go directly to the Emperor and petition to retrieve the dragon-slaying ring. However, the Empress knew deep down that this wouldn't work. She had seen the tragic outcomes in the past, where princes ended up turning against each other, making them tread carefully. To bring down Dai Yuanji, she came to a rundown dungeon at night, where the former advisor to Gaozong, Fang Shiwen, was imprisoned to talk about a deep undercover mission. This monkey was secretly saved by Wu Zexin, now her chief strategist, often consulting her on important matters. This time, Fang Shiwen suggested she ramp up her power, proving to be a master of intrigue. Then she aimed to take over the Dolly Temple, forcing Dai Yuanji to hand over the dragon-slaying mace, an epic drama about to unfold. The next day, Dai Yuanji realized it all and urgently summoned Yu Chai-Zhenjing, giving him a map hinting at the dragon-slaying mace's location. Though puzzled, Yu Chai-Zhenjing trusted Dai Yuanji disguised as a commoner, nailing the disguise. However, 4 days later, chaos erupted at the Dolly Temple, claiming that a royal relative had been attacked. The Dolly Temple sought validation from Dai Yuanji, only to find he had returned home due to family affairs, leaving everyone in a daze. Upon hearing all this, Yuanjin immediately proposed to take charge of the Dolly Temple, becoming a sticky situation. The Empress employed the excuse of Dai Yuanji's dereliction of duty to forcefully take over the Dolly Temple, turning it into routine inspection. She scoured for the dragon-slaying mace like playing hide and seek, while Xiuyu, intending to share good news, was caught by the watchful Xiuyu, leading him to fumble into a bathroom pretending to shower. Then he seized the chance to sneak out through a hidden door, rushing to Dai Yuanji's hideout to report. However, Dai Yuanji had anticipated this. He had secretly dispatched the dragon-slaying mace from Dolly Temple and coordinated with Yu Chai-Zhenjing. He mentioned the demon-stealing clan from the western regions, specializing in charm not to be trifled with. Looking back, they once assisted the previous emperor in establishing the Great Tang, only to be falsely accused of rebellion and out there back for revenge. Dai Yuanji speculated that Xiuyu might also have been used as a pawn, rendering the progression of these events all the more intriguingly amusing. At that moment, Xiuyu realized she had been fooled, only encountering Xiuyu leaving, like a movie scene. "Hey, miss, what are you up to? Stop playing dumb. If you shower for that line, something's definitely up. If I want to see Elsie, who needs to sneak around? Since you love bathing, give me a..." Xiuyu was stunned, never expecting her to be so bold. While Xiuyu declared she'd be back for another show, it was a spectacular drama. Upon hearing about the upheaval at the Dolly Temple, Yu Chai-Zhenjing rushed to the Qiandong Temple, ready to reclaim the dragon-slaying mace with no mercy. However, Unexpectedly, one of the lackeys, Bad Boy, showed up, attempting to forcefully seize the dragon-slaying mace. What a villain. Perfect timing, I've been wanting to finish you off. There's no one around, so don't think you'll get away with this. Without hesitation, Yu Chai Zhenjing launched an attack, hurling darts at Bad Boy. What a battle atmosphere. However, despite Bad Boy's sheer strength, his twin daggers were remarkably agile, and the outcome became clear in just a few exchanges. Yu Chai Zhenjing missed his strike and suffered a heavy blow from Bad Boy, nearly sent back to the Dully Temple. Yu Chai Zhenjing was pinned down heavily, unable to move. A dire predicament. Bad Boy was determined to take him out without mercy, but at the critical moment, the dragon-slaying ring came to his rescue. What a case of fortunate timing. Witnessing the power of the dragon-slaying ring, Yu Chai Zhenjing quickly snatched it, gearing up for a full-on counterattack.